thank you for joining us tonight on the last night of TIT Talks at the Institution Theater. You'll have to forgive us if we are a little emotional this evening. We've formed quite a familial bond with each other over the last month or so. And that's important. Family is very important, isn't it? It is. I would say so. Family helps shape our views on the world, change our minds about things, kind of shape who we are. I mean, we love our family members, even that one asshole that always comes to Thanksgiving, the one that will pick a fight with you about anything because they know something about everything. I hope you love that family member, because that's basically who we've amassed tonight. These know-it-alls have accepted our challenge to display their skills by giving presentations on slideshows they've never seen before. You and I are going to watch the presentation and their improvised, inspirational speeches together, so try and take that real well, all right? We're excited tonight, especially because we're celebrating this familial bond in a very strange way. It's a celebration of the naked human body this evening. Are you ready? All right, I'm Kristen Curtis, and I'll serve as your host this evening. Let me go get our first guest lecturer. This is Walden Johnston, everyone. Walden, the TIT Talks audience. You ready for
Oh, hello. Didn't see you there. My name is Walden Johnston, and I have an incredible story to tell. The presentation you will see tonight is linked to my courageous story, inexorably and completely. It is a story that is great, immense, powerful. Everyone I know hears this story the first time I meet them. And so it is a story I always like to keep under my hat. I was 14 years old when my family decided to go to Yellowstone National Park for the summer. We all got into our hatchback and drove to the park and enjoyed a picnic on the first day. We slept in a cabin on the first night. On the second day, we were hiking to go see Old Faithful, when we encountered a bear. A huge bear. The bear looked at all of us and walked away. So we kept walking. Once we arrived at Old Faithful, we saw that it was a nice geyser, blooming and radiant. And then a gorilla came out of nowhere and pounded me into the ground like in the cartoons with its fist, like this. You'd think it was impossible, but if the ground under you is soft enough, will happen. At this point, my family left me for dead, and I was discovered by a large group of squirrels. My mission at that point was to survive by integrating myself fully into squirrel society. All I had was a large stick, my Confederate cap, my goggles, and my mother's black eyeliner, which I assume she left behind for me to eat when I got hungry. The squirrels carried me. 50 squirrels carried me on their back to what I now know as the target. Somewhere below Lake Michigan. I later discovered that this was the grand squirrel kingdom of the Americas. It was here that I would learn ancient squirrel customs and finally adopt my squirrel name. This would prove to be difficult. 14 of 15 squirrels do not survive the squirrel trials necessary to become a true squirrel member of the Squirrel Society. You must perform many squirrel feats of strength. One, you must cut down a whole tree using your teeth. 2, you must store acorns all fall for the winter. You cannot eat one acorn, or you will be kicked out of the trials. 3, you must use your bushy tail to attract a human to you so that he will feed you out of his hand. The third trial proved to be the easiest. This was the squirrel family I lived with while performing the trials. There's the father, Chichu, the mother, Miku, the sister, Boop Boop, and the brother, George. They were very nice and constructed a hammock for me that I could use to be carried around by the squirrels. This is Jasper. Jasper was my greatest foe. Jealous of my humanosity, he attempted to keep me from properly entering squirrel society by spreading nasty rumors and lies. He said, no, Walden cannot chop down the tree with his teeth. He used a saw. I did not use a saw. No, Walden ate one of his acorns that he was storing for winter. No, I did not. As I would later prove, Jasper stole 2 of my acorns. And then he hid them in his mouth. He didn't get away with it. He could not lie about trial number 3. because I was that good at trial number 3. Eventually, to settle this dispute, I was forced to engage in combat with Jasper. I was able to defeat him with a well-timed hand clap as he jumped towards my body. Clap! He was down. I nursed him back to health, and now we have quite a friendly bond. My time with the squirrels has been truly inspiring. Even when they kicked me out for cheating on my squirrel wife with another squirrel, they sent me away with a basket of acorns. And Jasper personally nuzzled my inner ear. A sign of true affection and respect among squirrel kind. And now, I've come to tell my tale to you and give you an ultimate lesson about squirrel society. Love all the squirrels you see. They have difficult lives, and the bonds with each other are strong like the tree that I had to chew through. Also, if my family is watching this, I'm going to murder you all as revenge. So don't sleep anymore. Because I will chew your neck off. Thank you.
Again, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome to the stage one of those naked bodies I promised you, Ms. Fahrenheit.
Burlesque dancer based here in Austin, Texas. I see they've prepared for me. If these tits could talk, they would say, hey, that doesn't go there. Now, by round of applause, how many of you know what burlesque is? And for those of you who don't know what burlesque is stripping for chubby girls with daddy issues. Now, the problem... The issue that burlesque is facing in modern day society is that with the rise of internet pornography, the art of tease is, well, basically it's going extinct. In our heyday, we would have follies dedicated to the wonderful and pleasant, curvy human body. But now you can just click a mouse and ATM interracial. Nobody wants to take the time to really enjoy the sexiest part about getting naked, which is the weight. So I have figured out a way to bridge the old and the new, the young and the old, which is why I have pioneered high-speed burlesque. drugs to make me feel good about my body.
What advice would you give to girls who are interested in entering burlesque?
Woo! The advice I would give is don't, because then I'm not getting as many paid gigs. I mean, Mama's got to pay the rent. I would say if anybody's interested in getting into burlesque, absolutely do it. It's very liberating. You can't really hide anything. There's a room full of people. I usually leave the stage.
When's the next time we can find you on stage?
Well, I will be performing with Black Widow Burlesque on April 18th for our 4-year anniversary show.
Any other questions for Miss Fahrenheit? No other reason I can keep her out here naked sitting in front of you walking? No? All right, darling. Thank you so much
God
for being here.
bless. Thank you.
Are you inspired yet? All right, we're gonna...
I'm a person.
It's a celebration of the naked body right there. We're gonna invite Mark, the light guy, down to join us for a lecture this evening. Mark, I see him making his way to the crowd right now.
Hey everybody, I'm Mark, and I'm usually back up in the booth. If you've seen shows here at the institution, I've usually been lighting them or critiquing them and wanting to have lit them. And so, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself and my journey through light. I was born in Black Rock City, Nevada. And my father was an unlicensed child psychologist. And, my mother was kind of a failed neon repair person. So for punishment, my dad was kind of I'll give you the fan of B.F. Skinner, and he put me in this black box and do sensory deprivation. And then I'd get to come out for meals, and there'd be all this broken neon around. It was kind of crazy, and then we moved to Wimberley, and I kind of disowned my parents and went to live with a gay commune of red-headed monks, and and they taught me a couple things. They taught me how to be gay. Does anyone know the reason why I'm gay? Anybody?
Cox.
Cops, yes! That's kind of the physical reason, but the more spiritual reason is the flag, the rainbow flag. I love light. I love color. Oh, let's see what's in store for us tonight. This needs some. Hey, can I get a volunteer? 2 volunteers. 4 volunteers from the audience. It'll be really easy. Come on, just come on up. You can do it. Yeah, come on up. Okay, I want you to stand on this side of the slide and fold back. Okay, and I need you to stand on the other side of the slide and hold this one. Is this beautiful? Okay, it's okay. Okay, there you go. And now I need 2 more people. 2 more people. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right, so I want you to twirl this, kind of on the side next to them. And 1 more person. You, sir. All right, there we go. Yeah, there we go. So that's much better. Sweet. Isn't that better? Let's give a round of applause. Who knew we could have a gay apocalypse? It's full of light now. We think of the apocalypse as dark and dreary, but look at the colors. Look at all the beautiful colors of the apocalypse now. Oh, it's so nice. So we need to, I'm let's fix. We need to stop for a moment and think. What's going to bring on the apocalypse? What part of dark behavior? What part of that will bring on? When will it happen? How will it happen? Will there be? I've lost control of the stage. Okay. Oh, with all this gaiety, it doesn't really matter. So let's just go. Where? Now that's an important question because I would say Wimberley, but it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. Where will the apocalypse begin? Either Wimberley or Dick Cheney's bathroom. It's hard to know. But it will be dark. It will be poorly lit. The apocalypse will not be very much fun. Yeah, my theory really does revolve around Dick Cheney. And, if Dick Cheney ever came to Wimberley, it would be like the kind of perfect storm of badness. And, oh my God, and Chaz Bono would be there. It would be so, here, this is for you. Oh, let's go on. I'm tearing up. Can we get a little more light on that one? Canned vegetables and old people. These go together hand in hand. And look at the colors again. Thank you. The beautiful colors. This woman is wearing mostly white. She's got big glasses so she can see better. She is surprised at the colors. She is surprised that she won't have enough food to live through the apocalypse. It's very sad. She needs more color in her life. Color brings us together. Color is what we're all about here. Isn't that right? Yes.
Wow.
I gotta tell you, I was a fan of Carrot Top as a child as well. 22%. That's what the monks told me. That 22% of old people have to lose their canned vegetables to bring on the apocalypse. That's all it takes. That is all it takes. A cracked can here, a lapsed Mormon there. And it'll be hellfire and brimstone. Oh my gosh, people. If you remain in light, but keep the light away from your canned vegetables, you'll do well. Safe land. Oh, here a minute. Let's see this. Dolphins. Gay children. That seems a little pervy. So be prepared, ladies and gentlemen. Be prepared for the apocalypse. You never know when it can strike. You never know what kind of horrible things might occur in the darkness, in the light. They can be everywhere. Everywhere. This consuming road. Thank you.
Please welcome the Balance Brothers.
Okay, you're a pro.
I don't know, man. I feel like I don't have it anymore. I'm just gonna take a seat and watch.
You shut your goddamn mouth. You listen to me. You got Tina Turner legs, and those are nothing to waste.
Shut the fuck up.
I won't.
What?
Those are Tina Turner legs.
What? No. Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Dude, Tina Turner's legs are my spirit animal.
All I'm trying to say is you got it, man. Not like me with these pepperoni nipples.
Hey! Everybody loves a pepperoni pie. Including me.
Guess it's just important that we always have each other here to
Balance each other out.
Huh. Finish strong, shut the fuck up. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to attempt something that's never been done outside of the Cirque du Soleil performance space. A foot on five. It's got it in the right leg.
Not that short. Hello. Thank you all for coming tonight. I'm sure some of you have read my book, How to Divorce the Man but Keep the Last Name. But I also have a very important foundation, and I'm here to talk to you about that tonight, something that's personally very important to me. How to get those damn clouds out of your way. That sounds like a song lyric, right? But weather can affect your mood. The sun is more important than ever. Do you know 82.5% of all women have a vitamin D deficiency? That's a fact. In a double-blind study between greenhouses in America and England, we learned that sun is important no matter where you are, even to former colonies. The sun gets what it wants, like me in my divorce settlements. On schedule. The sun is, before any technology existed, we used the sun to tell time. When the world ends, and it will, we're going to have to go back to sundials. I already have a stockade of them in my Hamptons estate, so you know where to find them. The sun can also cause havoc. We've all heard of drought. It's what happens when you just don't feel like being sexually active for a while. But it also affects our earth. The sun's drought affects our earth. We need to balance sun with clouds and humidity and rain, which is why my foundation is researching the perfect climate. And we are going to create a climate out of machines. I just get the money, I don't know the science. We are going to create a climate that will make our earth perfect. There will be no drought, there will be no floods. There will not be sun without clouds. Do you know that in the darkest countries and Alaska, there are the highest rates of depression. It's true. I have to share a personal story now. When I had my first divorce, I went through a really, truly dark period. Truly dark. I was depressed. I couldn't get out of bed. I watched the same season 1 DVD of Dawson's Creek over and over and over. I broke it. And you know what? One day, it became sunny and I went outside and I just looked up at the sun until it hurt. And then I looked down, but I could still see those colors. And I felt better, which is why my foundation is also creating bottled sun. 23% of below average height people do not get enough sun. 77% of above average height people get the right amount of sun. They are also usually more environmentally green. This is Robert Svensson. He was a dear friend of mine. We never married, but we were friends. And he went on vacation. He took me to Bermuda. And it was supposed to be great, but there were clouds. And his anger issues came out. Let me tell you, it was scary. He scared me away. And that's because there was no sun. If we can control the sun, which my foundation will allow us to do, we can control our relationships, we can control our anger, we can manage everything. This young woman is a dear friend of mine. We never married. But we had a great week together. And she felt so strongly, she said to me, Ariana, my prayers are not getting through to God when it is cloudy. And I'm an atheist, but I thought that was a really interesting take on it, on weather. So I can help people even if I don't agree with them. She would wave a flag. It was really cute. It was like a football game color guard thing, but Chinese. This is my last case study. This is actually my nephew, Caleb White. He lost his balloon. My sister does not discipline enough. I'm just going to say that. She's not here, I can say that. She does not discipline enough. And Caleb blamed his sister, Ariana, she's named after me. And they got into a fight. He pushed Ariana into a pool, and she's blind now. It was because of clouds. His balloon was right there, but he couldn't see because of the clouds. So the next time there's a sunny day, I want you to go outside, take some vitamin D in a natural way, and think about how great everything will be when we can finally control the weather, just like we can control our own destinies and control men. Thank you very much.
Woo!
rad. Lay me like a fiddle.
Hello! What a beautiful musical performance that was. I'm so lucky to follow it. And there's so many other attractive men backstage. It's amazing. I'm Leonard. You can call me Leo. I'm a 5th grade music teacher, and I love music. If you didn't notice, I love that piece. So what I'm going to talk to you about tonight means a lot to me. Not as much as music. It's very dear to me. So let's get started. Our future home, the Arctic. So, I love being a teacher. It's a great job. I love kids, beautiful, shining little things, vessels of creativity and heart. Love them. The real reason I love being a teacher is for the 3-month vacation I get every year. It's wonderful. During the summertime, I go to the Arctic, where I live as a merman. I've gotten together with NASA, and we're looking for 400 individuals. Specific individuals who could survive the Arctic Ocean as a mer person. The Arctic has a lot of potential. It's not going to die so abruptly like the rest of the Earth. In about 10 years. Sorry. How long can we last? Well, funny, I just answered my own question. You've got 10 years. With the decline in our human potential, you'll see things like this band called Fish, a surplus in depressed bears. Care Bears are gone. Sad. A lot of Bud Light drinkers. A lot of people are going to start drinking Bud Light, which has already started to happen, but they're going to drink it rapidly. Very quickly, because they're going to get so hot. With all the bad music and the depressed bears. They're really going to need to quench their thirst, because the end is coming. And there's going to be a lot of trash. Which you probably already knew, because that just makes sense. A new home at the Arctic. It will be beautiful. And I want you to think about it. Really think about it. Try on your merman fin. your mind's eye. Can you try it on? And we've seen so many legs here tonight. I know it's hard to get those out of your visual memory. But I want you, sir, to imagine you in that same flannel at the Arctic. Enduring it and loving it and thriving as a human being. Yeah, it's great. 78% of the people that are old will die. But the other 12% will take. If it goes well with our initial experiment, it will go smashing. I can Almost, I can see it. Lovely. 91% of women will also die. Because we've got some new experiments going on and we've figured out a recipe. It's exciting stuff. We will take all but 4% of the monks here on Earth. So if you're a monk, the odds look good for you. And with 10 years left, I would say you have time. You could go live in an ashram and, like, figure that shit out. So, with that said, Greenland, Siberia, Cleveland, the Arctic. Get ready!
No cell phones, please. Hey, no cell phones. Like, they aren't appropriate during shows, but especially now that I'm naked in the sanctity of a theater. I'm naked right now. You're probably asking yourself, why is this petite man naked in front of me on stage? or why is this little tiny man doing what is most people's worst fear? Or maybe, why is he wearing a hat on his head and also a hat over his junk? The answer to that is because I'm the co-director of the show and I have absolutely no oversight whatsoever. But in all seriousness, in the middle of a comedy show, I'm here to talk to you about loving your body and accepting your body as it is and as you are. Now, my family was pretty meat and potatoes, just pretty normal family, no musicians, no comedians. My mom was liberal about one thing. She was always very comfortable with nudity. She was naked around the house all the time. She would walk around the house naked and it wasn't a big deal, and she explained to me very early on that she rejected the notion that the body was something to be ashamed of, or it was something that was vulgar. It's your body. You obviously can't go around naked, but, don't be ashamed of it. When I was in 2nd grade, my little brother was born, and my mother had me in the room because she wanted me there. So I watched my mother give birth to my brother. Now this is very weird to people when I explain it to them, but to me it's a completely normal thing. And one day, when I have a wife who probably won't let me get naked on stage, I will not pass out when my kid is born, because I'll be seeing that shit for the 2nd time, Now, this didn't come without problems. In 3rd grade, a year after my little brother was born, some boys in class were talking about, how do women give birth? The vagina must be elastic, was the line. And I interjected and I said, actually no, the vagina tears during birth, so does the perineum, or the gooch, as we all know. And it has to be stitched up. And this is a normal thing. This is a thing that happens. My teacher overheard it and reported me for talking sex. So I had to have a slap on the wrist and a meeting with my parents, which was a little embarrassing, but my mom was like, keep it under wraps, alright? In celebration of my mother, I have a very special guest here tonight. If we could get the house lights, please. We give a round of applause to my mom! Now, Mom, we make it on stage! So I'd like to dedicate this to my mom. I love you, Mom. Love your body. Accept who you are. Don't be ashamed of it. Thank you.
Yes, you gave us the ladies' show. You can either stop staring or averting your eyes. He's gone now. You can really stop averting your eyes.
Acting, singing, dance. These are things that I'm known for, my vocations. I show up, I do these things, they pay me, often in cash. But I'm a man of many passions, which I'd like to share with you tonight. Let's talk TIT. Case in point, click. Something strange happened on the set of Deer Hunter. I was working 6 days in a row. That happened then. There weren't laws. Me and Bobby De Niro were 3 shots into a bottle of Jim Beam we acquired from a local. The most remarkable thing happened. This gecko, a herpetologist, just an enthusiast, landed on my knee, told me, sob. This was the beginning of a long, beautiful relationship, both face to face and as pen pals. I turned to Bobby and I said, Bobby, but he was passed out. That's what happens. Sometimes you drink too much. You miss the beauty of the world. Click. While hanging out in a Turkish bath with Richard Dreyfuss, we were both sitting there, the only ones, so we were there without towels. This junk is beautiful, by the way. While we were alone in this big bath, we heard other voices. Once again, I was 3 shots into a bottle of Jim Beam, but I felt inside there was something else, something going on. Because this time, Dreyfuss heard it. The whisper said, "Stop." Turned out, it was the ghost of a child that had died in that bath. Before it was a bath, it was a playground. When swings were faulty, there weren't laws. Started with what's up. Case in point. She and I also correspond via letter. Postal service is wonderful. Click. At the height of my enthusiasm, I began to dress like a lizard. It was then that I was adopted by a goth family. The Randolphs. Was closest to Zeke, a teenage boy, I think. It was a very confusing time. Couldn't quite tell shapes and figures, especially because I developed the skill of seeing out the sides of my head, both simultaneously. Made me kind of blind down the middle. Conversations were hard. But I still grew fluent through licking. I felt like Zeke understood me because he kept bringing me flies. That's what I wanted. Click. This dangerous side to fraternizing with lizards, especially when you're dressed as one and have miniaturized yourself, as I have, which also helped me when I was in that close range with Sean Penn. He was a small man and I needed to shrink myself down to just not overpower him too much physically. But this was the height of it all, small enough to fit inside a shoebox, provided it was open. There were holes in the sides. But anyway, I ventured out away from Hollywood into the jungles of outside Hollywood. I would forage for my own food and make my own shelters and stuff. There I met. There's no human translation for lizard names. That would be absurd. Thank you. Click. 84% of me is still lizard at this moment. Not quite that green. That green's off. It's for a different green, more olive. Slightly more Mediterranean green. But it was because of that run-in with... What I learned was a spirit of lizards. Wow. Imagine my luck. 3 days into being a lizard, you meet the head guy. It's like the Pope. Lizards. It's a big deal. I didn't have a camera. Otherwise, I would have taken a picture. But don't know where I got the iPhone. Click. Click. What? I got married. One of the greatest things about lizard life, they're not constricted by traditions, parameters, any sort of propriety, be it gender, race, species, color, hobbies, likes, dislikes. As long as you like each other, go for it. Build a home, sticks, mud. That's what Carl and I did. Loved each other. Oh, it's not funny. I will never love anything or anyone as much as Carl, except Anthony's French cheesecake. Smooth and creamy. With Carl, we performed the wedding ritual, which involved shedding skins, then trading them. Luckily, I'd learned how to shed my skin. It's painful. Spare the details. Click. I helped Carl through some hard times. In the course of our marriage, I learned he had undergone many traumas. It started when he happened upon a state fair. State fair populated by corn-loving politicos and their kids. He developed a lot of fears that day. The depth of the fear depended on how far away it was. Corn grows that tall. Politicos, kids. Who's most scared of the kids? They're closest. Makes sense. You ever see the world like a lizard would up the sides of your head? Give you a moment, try now. It's freaky, isn't it? Click. So I'd like to conclude with this plea to God, aka if you're listening, I got 16% left as human, willing to give it up so that I could be forever united with Carl. You were wonderful. Thank you very much.
Mr. Wallen Johnson, Mr. Justin Davidson, one of our co-creators of the show tonight, Mr. Adam Niederbroom, one of our other co-creators. I was feeling sufficiently inspired. I trust that you have all been inspired enough to drive home shirtless like the rednecks the rest of the country thinks we are. Miss Fahrenheit. Richard Covington. Tonight for our final performance.
This has been an 8-show run. This is our last run tonight. Adam came to me in December with an idea to do this show. We approached the institution. We'd like to thank Asaf and Tom and everybody for giving us this opportunity. For Mark for being with us through the whole
show. Wonderful. Asaf and Tom.
The world to us, and we wish you all a good night. Let these ideas go. Love your body. Change the world.